gang, the last time you saw me I was doing a review on the LT Ride Genesis, and I said then that you know, for a guy who doesn't like doing reviews, I'm doing a lot, and that was kind of I knew I was going to be doing this, so that popped out there. I'm doing a review on a fire steel. Basically, it's a little bit different, a little bit out of the box, and I know you guys are going to go, "Hey Joe, what's up? You only like using natural materials." Well, yeah, that's true. I like to practice with natural materials, and when I make a fire for fun, I like to practice with natural materials. Sorry about that. There's a reason I carry a magnesium flare in my kit. You know, if I need a fire and I need it now, I'm not going to mess around with natural materials and, you know, get proper shavings and all that stuff unless I have to. If I need a fire now, I'm going to pop the top off that flare and I'm going to make a fire. So this is kind of along the same lines. I'm a purist, but it only goes so far. You know, I'm a purist until, you know, somebody's life matters, or, you know, I need a fire now. So this is along those lines. I was wanting to replace or get a couple ferro rods ahead with the one I use all the time, which you can see it's getting kind of tired. But I like the Swedish steels, and they're expensive. So I was looking around to see if there's any alternatives, or maybe an American source, and I did find one which it appears to be very cost-effective. A Ben's Backwoods, I think. $10 a piece for a ferro rod blank, which I typically make on my own handles, so that's perfect for me. But at the same time, no, Mama's in the house. I need to roll the ball to my son. I'll be right back. Anyway, where was I? Anyway, I came across a review on YouTube by Aya Woodsman, and I had seen this before a long time ago, but I had forgotten about it. In researching the product he reviewed, I found out something about that product that I didn't know. They use the European style harder rods, which is great. You know, it's an American source and it's multi-purpose. You know, and it's very affordable. So I've never used these before, and so we're gonna have fun. All right, what we're talking about here, the guy that sells these, he doesn't make them personally. Well, I think he attaches the handles. But as far as the rod product itself, he doesn't make them. Those are made, as they put it on their website, they're made in the shadow of Mount St. Helens in Washington. The website is Hemlock Co, hemlockco.com. You can find them on Facebook under the same name, Hemlock space CO. They have a very small Facebook page, but go check it out. Their products and reviews are listed there. And if you're a member of Bushcraft USA, you can check them out, and you probably already knew about these, as I'm sure I'm the last guy to know. But Hemlock's Hideaway in the vendor area, and if you're not a member of the website, I suggest it. There's a lot of great information on there, free classes, etc., etc. Great friendship as well. Let's get this adjusted, and we'll get it started. All right, gang, let's back up and do that again. I wrote my numbers down wrong somehow, but due to the wonder of modern technology, I'll look it up on my phone. All right, now this is what he sent. This is what they call his K1. It's the smallest one, I believe. There we go. The K1 is the smallest one, I believe. It comes, woohoo, you go, boy. It is 1/8" ferro rod and a 1/4" magnesium bar. It comes with a striker and a little bead chain, split chain, whatever you call those things. It is $6. This is the P25. It is, you know, it says it's a 1/4" by 2.5" ferro rod. This one, I'm pretty sure, is 3/8. And then also, anyway, this one is the one that he sent. I'm not so sure it's standard, because it doesn't, the dimensions don't line up with what's on the website. He knew I wanted one of these, but he was out, so I'm thinking he made a custom one for me. So Hemlock, thank you very much, man. These are advertised on the website as a P25 with a 1/4" ferro rod and a 1/4" magnesium bar. You know, that looks 3/8 to me, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, this is the one that I'm personally most excited about because it's perfect for slipping in my back pocket and carrying on a daily basis. This one's smaller than their flagship model. I believe it is called the H7. Comes with a 3/8 mag bar and 3/16 ferro rod. This is just a 3/8 inch fire steel and a paddock wood handle. And all of these right here, the wood is paddock. It's an African wood that supposedly burns really well. I haven't actually used it yet, but we'll get to that in a minute. Now, I mean, this one is $20. It's a limited run. It's a test model just to see how popular they are. And guys, let me tell you, if these are truly, which we'll find out in a minute, are truly the European harder style, that is a great deal for 20 bucks. You have tender in the handle, same rod as these Swedish fire steels, and these are 25 bucks. It's the cheapest I found them. Anyway, and then their flagship model. It's called the H60. It's 5H round mag bar with a 3/8 fire steel in a paddock handle. These actually have a lifetime warranty. You wear it out, they'll replace it. I mean, that's a steal. All right, let's get some tests going. I was originally going to test proof all these, fire them up, see what they could do. But I had an idea, so we're gonna basically start out with this one, because essentially, guys, these are all the same thing, just different packages. So let me get set up and we'll see what kind of fire we can make with them. Alright, start out kind of basic here. Start with good. You know, we know how this one works, at least I do. If you guys have been watching, you know. Let's try this out. I've never really been a huge fan of strikers. I like using my knife, the spine of my knife. That's why I order knives. When I order them custom, I order them with a sharpened spine. So first off, see how it does on a standard. Wow. Okay. That's nice. Works well too if you want to choke up on the ferro rod and just work the tip like I do. Alright, well that's cool. Alright, let's see. This is just the regular fire steel only one. Let's see how it performs. Just getting the paint off. Very cool. I'm impressed. Alright guys, those are genuine European style Swedish fire steels. They may not be Swedish brand, but they're not our typical American or Chinese mish metal. Cool, works great. Alright, let's do this. See how just the standard works on. This is a yucca. I just kind of processed down to a little tender bundle here. And there we go. If you saw, I had to do mine where I take a lot of material off. Let's do this. Back up, put that one aside, and we'll break this out. Now, I have never been a huge fan of mag bars. I've always had the rectangular ones. They're just a pain to get any material, usable magnesium off. I mean, it just takes forever. It's hard. It's a lot of work. It's almost like you could, you know, repurpose that time and either find better tender material or dry out what you have found in the same amount of time or less amount of time than you would have if you'd used the magnesium. But what interested me about these is that every review I saw, it was just coming off. I mean, it was just scraping and coming off into a pile. So let's. I'm going to get you guys a little bit closer so you can see here. Because what I'm thinking is, if you have a hard tender to work with, you know, because if you have a hard tender to work with, I think the magnesium will make it easier. Because, you know, the way I typically overcome a hard tender is, you know, I get really hard on the ferro rod, and so it takes a lot of material off. It wears it out pretty fast. I mean, I practice with this thing all the time. You know, from 1 to 5 fires a day. I mean, not full fires, but just tender models, different materials. And I've had this thing for maybe 2 months, and I mean, look at that. You know, this is a $25 rod, and I'm tearing through the thing. So, you know, if I can save that with magnesium in a real situation where I'm really relying on my ferro rod, that's a good deal. And this stuff is just coming off. It's just like in the reviews. Let's see if I can get this going with just there we go. Easy peasy. Now this is a learning process for me too. As you may have gathered, having been a fan of magnesium, haven't really used it that much. See if we can get that going. Cool. Very cool. It takes a different kind of strike though. You need to take the long ones, it seems, to get that going. Alright. Now, let's try this. You guys have seen me do pine needles. I can get that going with my taking off a lot of material, but the goal here is not to have to do that. Alright. Cool. Very cool. Let's go for some damp cedar shavings. Alright gang, let's highlight that paddock wood a little bit, see what it can do. Pretty cool how it just shaves off like that. And this is just the the one with only the ferro rod in there. Don't know why I grabbed that one. Doesn't really matter, it's all the same wood. Let's try something. If you're wanting to use a spine on your knife, that's that works just as well. Yeah, that's cool. Those are just bamboo leaves I grabbed. One thing I will notice, which I don't think it's a surprise to Hemlock and the guys that make these, this does seem to be dulling, this striker, but he has a how-to on, I don't know if it's his YouTube channel or somebody else's, about how to sharpen these. So, I mean, They may dull out a little bit, but you know, you can sharpen them back up just like you can a knife. So anyway. Cool. Very, very cool. So yeah, I mean, I could have done just the leaves, but you know, I didn't have to process them, you know. So shave a little bit off your handle, and bam, there you go. Very cool. Hemlock, you guys have got a great product. Very cool. Alright gang, well I'm running out of battery life here, so I'm going to be quick. Here's the entire lineup that I got from Hemlock. He was very generous with me and what he sent. And Hemlock, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I took a different direction than what I planned on today for this review. I may not have done the Magnesium Ferro Rod combo justice, but you know, it's new to me and I just need to practice with it a little bit. But with me, a novice with Magnesium can create 4 or 5 fires within the span of 20 minutes. Anybody can do it. So I was going to go through each one of these and try them out and see how they worked. But it dawned on me this morning that this is just a bigger version of all these. You know, all these are going to work the same way. It's all the same fire steel, all the same magnesium, all the same wood. So instead of doing that, I'm going to pass on Hemlock's generosity to me a little bit to you guys. I'll leave this video open, say, for a week or two. You guys comment if you're interested, and then we'll do a random drawing. First place gets the H7, second place gets the K1, and anyway, let you guys try them out, see what you think, and just come back in the comments or shoot Hemlock an email and tell him what you think of them. You know, what you liked. Maybe if you didn't like something, maybe give him some feedback about how to change the product, make it better. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hemlock, thanks for the fire tools, man. They're fun to play with. So anyway, you guys have a great week, and probably see you after my kid's born. Have a good one.